Hi, this is Paul Slacker's Good News Broadcast. I'm speaking with Stan Gibson. Hi, Stan. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Okay, good. Stan's with, Stan, who are you with?
Well, we're the Ecologos Institute.
Okay.
Ecologos. Bit of a mouthful.
That's a mouthful. What does that mouthful mean?
Ecologos, it's just a name that we have for our group.
You created that word?
Yes, we created that word.
Wow, congratulations. And and then what does that word mean for you? What's the meaning of the organization?
Well, the meaning is that that there is an intelligence, if you will, in the ecology, and our mandate as humans is to go with that intelligence, with that flow, as opposed to our own arbitrary ways, if we hope to stay here on this planet.
Okay.
So it's something along those lines.
Well, I think that's a very wise concept. The Mother Earth has a mind of her own. And if that's the way I'm hearing what you're saying, or at least that's the way I'm believing, because just a few years ago we were all ice, this planet Earth, and a few years before that we were all these continents were all together, and probably a few years before those few years there was something else going on.
Yep.
What do you think on that?
Oh, well, the evolution, is a totally incredible thing that has unfolded for such a long period of time and produced such amazing results, and will continue to do so.
I agree, and the one of the keys of it all, I guess, is whoever lived at that time had a positive mindset that the things were going to be good, and the human beings were going to stick together and make the most out of their existence.
Yeah, there were always people that worked to carry it forward.
Give me a little bit about your background, Stan.
Well, I owned and operated a consulting company here in Canada for, I suppose, it was about 25 years.
Oh.
And I enjoyed that very much, but at the turn of the millennium, at 2000, I gave up my company and started Ecologos. And so I've contributing my time and to developing this organization, and not so much developing the organization, but its work, its mission.
Well, tell us about some of the things that you all do.
Well, in the past 2 or 3 years, we've become quite focused on the issues surrounding water, and these are very serious, and many issues, and many serious issues. And it's not that we necessarily feel that the water issue is more important than other ecological issues, but a couple of things. One is that it seems in our work that when you do focus, you get more done. And so we did decide to focus on water. But also, water's pretty fundamental. I mean, we ourselves are 70% water. So you can't get much more fundamental than that. And so we have been working on in the area of water. We have 3 or 4 different initiatives, and the one that I'm really trying to get the message out about now is our project called Water Hour.
Okay, and tell us about Water Hour.
Okay, well, Water Hour is at 8 o'clock on Friday, June 11th, which is very close now, just a matter of hours. And we are asking people to come together and celebrate water. So the idea behind Water Hour is that for 30 years now at least, we've been trying the same recipe when it comes to motivating to getting people involved in action to protect the environment. And that recipe in a nutshell is a disaster scenario plus a bit of guilt plus a bunch of don'ts. So our perception is that people are beginning to tune out to those messages, and that we need to try something different. We need to go at this from a different starting point. So we recognize that all of us, all people, we've had powerful experiences with water in our lives. Everybody has, even if it was just playing deliriously in the rain when you were a kid, or sitting on a beach and the glorious sunset over a lake, and also some experiences which are scary, but experiences that stirred our emotions very deeply as people. And so with Water Hour, we're asking people to reconnect with those experiences in their own life. And then from that place of, well, our byline is falling in love with water all over again. We all actually do love water. And I go back on that again to, if for no other reason than we ourselves are 70% water. So, we can't help but have very strong feelings about water. But we forget, we forget. We take it for granted. We come to think of it as common. And when you forget, you start to abuse. So Water Hour is about remembering the importance of water in our own lives, and then for an hour celebrating water. And people are asked to celebrate in whatever way they want to, but they can go to our website, www.waterhour.org, and there are great ideas that people have written in and suggested for how they are intending to celebrate Water Hour, and then the whole thing moves through to making a commitment to action. So the final, the kind of pièce de résistance of Water Hour is committing to specific actions to protect water. And there are places on our website and also on our Facebook page, YouTube, Flickr. It's a social networking platform that people can go to and share their celebration and their declarations of committing to action with others online.
Great. I think that's very special. Stan's aware that we some years ago started a program called The Water Hour.
Yes.
and we've done about, 50 hours at this point. I mean, it just keeps going. I just did another hour this morning of programming on water. Actually, this one was on cleaning the beach. And I think our first water experience, and I'm the host of the show, and I'm very also possessed and proud with this subject. Because it's a concerning subject. I think our first snorkeling experience is in the womb.
I suppose that's true.
And
it's an interesting way of looking at it.
I just thought of it as you were speaking, actually.
It's true, yeah.
So we start off, we're swimmers.
That's right.
And also we're survivors. Mm-hmm. And then we get born, and then we're if we don't have some of that water in our soul, unfortunately, we're not going to be here. So this is a serious. It's happy to play in the rain, but I think also we need to hear the other side of the realities of water. And how much there is, the 1%, 2%, whatever people like put on the scale of drinkable water. Okay, so it's always the confusion is that there's a lot of oceans out there, but that's a little too salty to drink. So we got
a really good image for that is that if you think of all of the water in the world as filling a 1-gallon bucket.
Okay.
The amount that's actually available for human use is 1 tablespoon.
Yeah, okay.
And that's going down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because of pollution, misuse, evaporation because of global warming. It's going down. Here in Ontario this spring, boats are running aground all over the place.
Yeah, it's a big concern. Actually, you're and I learned this from Trivial Pursuit, which was invented in Canada.
It came from Toronto, yes.
Is that
actually one of the inventors just died last week?
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry to hear that. Well, the thought that I learned from that one card was that Canada has the most, as a country, land on water. So I believe that was the answer that I probably got wrong at the time.
Well, hopefully the next time you play, you'll know.
I do know. Now I can repeat it.
Yeah.
So Canada, of course, and all countries, and we're all in this together. The fact of the matter, whether the name is Canada or USA or Bolivia, it's all, those are just names. The planet is everyone's. It's Mother Earth. And, I think
there's a tremendous concern here in Canada about what's going on in the Gulf, for example.
Sure.
Tremendous concern. And actually, a lot of people and material and equipment going down to help.
Well, maybe next year, we can talk a little further. This is, we wanted to get the word out about the 8 p.m. on the 11th and so on. But I can foresee, we should be doing a worldwide broadcast at the same time. When a date is, and partner more so, because we have a tremendous amount of people connected to this subject and have worked very hard to help create our shows, including the people that created International Decade of Water with the United Nations, and so on and so forth. So the important thing is we're all on the same page, and I applaud what you're up to,
and we applaud what you're up to.
And let's see how we can help each other, which means helping everybody out there.
That'd be wonderful.
To deal with the subject matter. So your website is waterhour.org.
Waterhour.org.
Okay, not to get sorry.
Lots of suggestions for how people can celebrate. Ultimately, the most important thing is that people do celebrate.